So I watched a movie called Nine Windows, and this is about a girl after a tragic accident is confined to a wheelchair and spends most of her time on her computer in her living room, and she's turned into a bit of a troll, and she's linked into this community of people who put themselves out there to be hired for jobs. I guess it's almost like a LinkedIn, but like a live chat kind of thing. I don't know. It's an interesting concept of some video channel, but anyway, there's this person that keeps going live and like doing awful things, and eventually it ramps up to them killing people. And so she is calling in a detective, and she is turning into this little internet sleuth herself, trying to figure out the crime before the killer can kill again. She's also like falling for her physical trainer or physical therapist. Sorry, this wasn't good. Unfortunately, the dialogue in this is all very forced and flat and corny and just poorly written, and the acting in this is all just very similar, flat, just one dimensional. And our main character here, there's something about her demeanor throughout where she kind of goes from upset to like smiley and happy in very weird moments that doesn't feel authentic to the movie because of everything she's going through. Usually in movies like this, we get an escalation of mood where, you know, it's tense and the person's life is turned upside down, and she's already like a very angry, brooding type of person anyway, but she keeps having all these like genuine sweet, and I think that's of course in intentional to try to sell us on her character, because they're trying to offset the fact that she's so dreadful online to people, because she really is a fucking monster. And like, internet trolls are legit up there. They're like really high up there with like my least favorite people. Like, if you sit online all the time just bullying people or just saying mean shit or inflammatory comments or whatever, you're a fucking trash human, and you serve no other purpose than to hurt others, which makes you a fucking villain. So I get that the film is kind of shying away from the one thing that actually makes it semi interesting, is that our protagonist isn't squeaky clean like a lot of American films, right? Like, they try to make her more of a, not an anti-hero, because she's definitely not that. She's more of an antagonist, but we are supposed to see the perspective to see why she's the way that she is. And I think they try to offset that, as I had said, by like making her not so unpleasant. And I found that hurt the film, but I don't know. I don't think this film could have been saved. This movie does have William Forsythe in it, which is probably the main reason that I watched it, because I really like him. But all the conversations in this, the back and the force, and like her interactions with the cops, because it's not only him, but it's also like his partner that he calls in, and she's like showing him the work that she's done on the computer, which some of it's straight up illegal, and she says that it is, but there's no consequences to it. And he's like, the dialogue is so fucking cheesy and corny, and it's really really poor. Like, she'll be like, "Oh, I put it through this, system, and I got the reflection of this," and he's like, "Wow, I'm really impressed with this work. We could use someone like you on the force." It's like that. And I was usually, these are the kinds of movies I would shut off, but I thought maybe it would go somewhere, and it was like somewhat watchable because I watch shit all the time. So my threshold, right, is much lower than others. Like, some people tell me that these like theater released high quality movies are the worst movies they've ever seen in their life, and I watch something like this movie, and this is like, maybe just under mid tier for me. like trash. This is not near that like 1-2 type fucking IMDb rating that I would give some absolutely genuinely horrible films. But this one is unfortunately it's just very, very flat all around, in the writing and the acting and in the direction, all of it. It's just not entertaining, and that's that. Anyway, so not a recommendation. 9 windows. No. All right. We'll see you in the comments. Bye.